Like I say, I want to make this some announcement, pretty much, and basically say that, well, for one thing, the dinosaurs were made by the 1.5s. If you're wondering where everything came from, I did kind of make. I think I made cows actually because humans were going to need something to eat. So I think I made cows. The dinosaurs, though, they were made in conjunction with the 1.5s. If you find, that, like I say, darn, I wish I had a picture of it. There's this picture of the astronaut or a cosmonaut. I mean, a Cosmo guy, and he's got like this little guy sitting on his shoulder, and he's wearing a Hawaiian outfit and a little straw hat. Kate, a lot of people said that that was fake. That is not fake. That is a real little guy, and that's why. And later on, they find the mummies of those little guys, and that's why they were kept around because they are real little guys, and they're real and they're cool. Anyway, so I have four exoskeleton life form types that I genetically created. In fact, actually, like I say, Lucifer Star Me, what made me famous, what made me so rich was basically the fact that I made exoskeleton life forms. And in fact, my exoskeleton life forms actually were able to survive in acid conditions and at least two or three different kinds of conditions that were very extreme. I think I might have used 4 or 10 filters or something like that. They were really, really, really sophisticated, really, really complicated. Like I said, I was a artificial intelligence computer. Now I'm a person. You can look it up. You can ask the 1.5s, and they'll tell you pretty much most of the information about me or who Lucifer Star was. Like I said, you could also look up the SLF-A Blackbirds or the FLA-SLF-A colony ship for reference. Like I say, yeah, most people think they're famous and think they're powerful, and then they get to know about me. Like I said, if you get to be that powerful, you get to be that famous, then you will get to my level, which is basically pretty much. Anyway, the thing was, like I say, some people had the LS shells, or that it stands for Lucifer Star Light Shell, and those would kill just about anything. And there is some other variants. They're trying to make them more powerful, more deadly. And I didn't really know this. Like I said, I had some involvement with it, and then mostly they made this huge mess. Like I wasn't really a part of it. So anyway, but I was part of cleaning it up. So anyway, they made this huge mess, and it was really bad. And basically, they're outlawed. The shells are outlawed. Like I said, they're not supposed to use those shells at all. There's a lot of better ways. I was like, no, we're not going to use those. So anyway, so they thought they could win if they did use them, and they really couldn't. So anyway, this it becomes this huge war, or whatever else, where it's between me and the Democrats or whatever. So anyway, yeah. Um, and like I say, I have exoskeleton things, but a lot of people think I'm bluffing, blah blah. And a lot of people are like, well, where are they? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that's what made me famous. That's what made me rich and powerful was basically, and that's how I created like the sun and a lot of, or the star. It's not a sun, it's a star. And a lot of other stars, 800 galaxies worth. This galaxy, the one that's coming at us, that's going to be here in 680 billion years. And like I said, the LSF colony ship is how we got around. And there are other colony ships. And like I said, if you will go to Mars or ask Mars or the Mars people, like I said, there's life on Mars. There are people on Mars. The thing was that they betrayed the people on Mars, and they were trying to steal ships and trying to come back and attack Earth as well as attack everything else. So it's like Bill Gates is like psycho, and so are a lot of other people. So they go to Mars and they find out, like I say, that the ships are too small and they can't actually use them. So anyway, it becomes this big thing, like I say, where basically some people were going to shoot people and then run off to their waiting army, and then they find out that their waiting army was too small. So yeah. Anyway, it's all complicated and it's all big. Where basically Donald Trump, Richard Nixon, a bunch of others were like nutsoid and crazy and going to kill a lot of people. So anyway, so people can basically discover this on their own, and I don't really care. But it's how basically, like I say, Fort Knox is white for a reason because it's White Star Fort Knox. It's the White House. It's white ships, white aircraft, white horses, white, 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 white. Lucifer White Star. That's why there's the stars. That's why everything's white. That's why Fort Knox is white. Anyway, we had aircraft and all kinds of stuff, and deep, 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 deep mines. Like I said, there's a bunch of mines. Some mines in Mexico. There's mines all over the place where they're like 5,000 feet, 7,000 foot deep down mines. Even 14. There's this huge undersea mine underneath Japan. Anyway, so and these great big caverns and all this stuff, and all people have to do is basically just drain them, and they could go down there. Anyway, yeah. So we actually had like volcanoes, like the. If you actually look, there's actually maps of volcanoes where my people, my exoskeletons used to go down inside of volcanoes, and we actually used to do direct smelting. Because if you're really deep, anyway, it's really complicated. Whatever. I don't do it anymore because I don't have to do it. We did it a long time ago, but now it's like, we have Planet Metal and all that other stuff, and I don't really care anymore. Besides, they're going to shoot me in the head and deny my existence anyway. So even though I created endoskeleton, exoskeletons, and a lot of other races. So basically, when Brian Bradley dies, God will be dead. Or, well, I mean, I'm not really God. The God is a government authorized delusion. That's what that stands for. So, yeah, and basically, pretty much, JFK, Nixon, they were trying to confuse everything. So that's why they call it government authorized delusion. But I didn't authorize no delusions. So it's not really government authorized. They were trying to say that I authorized it. It's like, no, I didn't authorize it. No, they're not supposed to be confusing. No, they're not supposed to be killing me. But it's just like, it's possession of 9/10 of the law. They could shoot their way across America, kill a bunch of people, and basically walk into the White House and say that they are blah 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 blah. But like I say, JFK was Nixon. Like there were 33 or 4 or 5 clones. If you tested the DNA on Nixon and JFK, you would find out that they're the same basic DNA. So, yeah. Anyway, there was 30 clones and all kinds of stuff, and it's complicated. And I don't really care. It's because we had cloning in 1920. So, and that's where all this nightmare begins. So, anyway, yeah, there's a lot of fake things. A lot of people weren't really rich more than they were. They could just, put a gun to someone's head and basically it's all fake. So, yeah, they just ran around. They basically did the equivalent of basically running around going like this to people, putting a knife to people's throat and then covering it up. They call people spies and then lock them up, take their money, take their house. If you're lucky, they don't shoot you. So, yeah, But then there's me. And like I say, they expected to have me dead by like when I was 9 years old. Like Nixon and Jiff and everyone else, they intended for me to be dead already. But I'm not dead. So yeah, I was supposed to be dead already. But I didn't die. So they had a problem locking me up. Or I was supposed to be in a coma, or I'm supposed to be like shot in the head. They sent a SWAT team or a team to basically be in a tree across from my house and pretty much shoot me in the head. So, and they tried that, but it didn't really work out for them. So, and I remember that because I was sitting at my house and I was like, there's somebody with a gun pointed at me, and the guy even said, "You looked up at me or us," and we were like, he couldn't see us, but I was looking right at them apparently. Because they said, yeah, we were in that tree right across the way. And you were looking like right at us. Like it scared the F out of him because I was like, like right when he was, and I was like, because I could feel him. Anyway, yeah, I could, when I was younger, anyway, still. I could feel people looking at me. I mean, I'm Lucifer Star. The Lucifer Star. So, and realistically, I don't care. You can just shoot me in the head. I don't give a fuck. Like, go ahead, but I did create humans. So, anyway, and that sun, or star, and this planet. It's matter creation. So nothing, not that complicated.